Greetings, YouTube. Every once in a while, maybe a couple times a year, I like to do a video where I typically do a life lesson. I talk about something that's going on. Maybe it's in the game, maybe it's not, and put my spin on it. But this one is not really that as much as it is just a thank you. I am about to head to Portland, Oregon, which is a place where it all began. 2 years ago, I flew to Portland during the week of July 4th, and I had never been more down in my life than I was at that moment. The year before, I had broken off an engagement, and the girl that I was going to marry got married to somebody else 6 months later that she didn't even know. And I spent the next year just asking myself, did I make a mistake? Was I an idiot? I let a lot of people down. On top of that, my career had kind of stalled, and I just felt very lost and very insignificant and very, very depressed. And so my depression was at an all-time high, and I just felt like it was one of those times where I didn't remember the last time I had been happy. I just felt lost. That's probably the best way I could put it. So I visited my brother in Oregon, and he knows that I was playing Marvel Contest of Champions, and I had decided to quit the game because I was spending so much time, especially in the arena, that I felt like that was probably contributing to my depression because I was not really going out and playing tennis as much, and I just was dumping all this time. So I had saved up all of my 5-star crystal shards, and I was going to just basically do a random crystal opening. And he said, why don't you record it? And it just so happened that Stark Spidey was the first time featured champ 2 years ago that week. And so I went for Stark Spidey, and of course, spoiler alert, I didn't get him. I don't even think I ever saw him in the real. The best champ I got, I think, was Ultron. But after I recorded it, and the audio quality was terrible. I used the internal mic of my 10-year-old laptop. I threw it on YouTube, a channel that had basically been dormant other than once or twice a year when I would upload reviews of pizza and Oreos. Yes, that's really true. And it automatically got more views than any of my pizza or Oreo videos. And there was somebody, I think it was from Sweden, who's like, hey, greetings from Sweden, enjoyed it. And I'm like, how did YouTube's algorithm even send you to my channel? You watched this? You enjoyed this? I was stunned. And every time somebody had a positive comment, I felt the kind of excitement that I hadn't felt in years. And the more happy and excited I got, the more the depression that I had been suffering from started to decline. And so every time I made a video, even if it sucked, and Lord knows there have been a lot of those, but even if it sucked, it still was a coping mechanism for my depression. And so I would start doing one video a week. Nobody watched, but I had fun. And then I got to the point where I would do 2 to 3 times a week. And then I thought it was incredible that I would do it just about every day. And now, 2,000 videos later, 2 years later, I'm doing 3, 4, maybe even sometimes 5 or 6 videos a day, and then responding to hundreds of messages on the Line app on top of that. All of this is to say, I was in Texas for the past couple weeks, and a lot happened that I wasn't able to catch up on, from the Line app messages to the fact that I surpassed 35,000 subscribers. Like, I literally, I'm trying not to get too emotional, but I could cry right now on camera because it just means so much to me. I started this YouTube channel with 53 subscribers. I had a channel for 5 years. And most of those subscribers were former students or Facebook friends that only subscribed to me to laugh at me because they thought my videos were so pathetic and weird. Like, who looks at an Oreo package and talks into a camera about a cookie? And I get it, right? That is kind of weird. But at the same time, I was just trying something, right? I was just trying. 2 years later, I have that insane amount of subs. And besides that, my depression is essentially gone. I love being a YouTuber. I love being a part of this incredible community. And it doesn't matter how hard I think I've worked. It's not that I shouldn't give myself credit, but in life, you don't get where you are by yourself. There are so many countless guardian angels and incredible mentors and just awesome people who helped get you there. And so it is one of my life mottos that whenever possible, to thank the people that helped get you there. And I wanted to use this video to just say, YouTube, thank you so much. I cannot believe how much better my life is in 2019 than it was in 2017. That feels like 20 years ago. This sign behind me was a gift from a subscriber. It's the most incredible piece of like wood art I've ever seen. It's a one of one from a guy who just hit me up on the Line app and said, Prof, I've done this for you. Will you accept this gift? Well, yeah. That shield was from a failed Halloween costume of Captain America that I was with my ex-fiance. It's the only thing I kept after the relationship was over, and it's had this incredible fresh start on my setup. All of these lights, all of these shelves was because of one guy, Mr. John Boy, who is a fellow Oklahoman, who has given countless hours of his time, among other things, to help me have a professional-looking studio. I owe this channel to all of you. You got me here. And you haven't just given me a purpose of like a side hustle, quote unquote, or even just a great hobby, but you've helped me emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. I am so all-time grateful for this opportunity. And so I just wanted to say thank you, YouTube. 35,000 subscribers in 2 years. There are no words, right? There are no words. I might be on a plane headed back to Portland where it all began right now, because I think I'm going to plan on posting this right before I get on my flight, just so that I can kind of mindfully reflect on this process. But it all just comes back to you, YouTube, and how much you continue to support me, even when I make mistakes, or I stutter, or I cough, or I have bad audio, or I'm just kind of flat out hard to watch when I die a gruesome death in a battle. You're still here with me, and that means more to me than words can say. So thank you, YouTube. 35,000, incredible. I guess here's to 35,000 more. I don't even know if there's that many subscribers for MCOC, but might as well say it. Thanks for watching. You're the best.